What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here for a little COMC 6-month update. I get questions about this every so often in the old comments. Hey, how's the COMC stuff going? Hey, you gonna do an update on your COMC experience so far? Well, here we sit. An update on my COMC experience so far. This video is not sponsored or anything like that. This is just my honest opinion on how I have been faring on COMC and what I think about the platform so far. As many of you know, I never really used COMC before. I did send in about 150 cards back in January. Those took a few months to get uploaded. They have since been uploaded, and I have sold through a decent portion of those. Just some things that I've learned. We're going to talk about a few things that I've learned, some tips and tricks. And I am listen, there are probably people watching this video right now that know way more about COMC, and they're way better on this platform than I am. Just putting it out there. This is me as a semi-fresh fish in this environment. My account essentially had nothing on it. I did that grading video a while back. So when I sent my cards in, I believe I had around $75 or so in my account. At the time that at the time those cards started getting loaded in, I had about $75 in my account. That covered pretty much the entire upload. I sent about 150 cards in. It is 50 cents a card. A couple things that I learned throughout this, and once again, some of you that have done COMC a bunch are probably well aware of this process. One, your cards don't upload all at once. They kind of trickle in. Once they started going, it took about a month to get all 150 in. I would wake up every morning and it would be like, hey, we loaded 5 cards in, we loaded 10 cards in, we loaded 3 cards in, whatever. So you're not getting hit with the full $75 or whatever it is that you sent in. You're not getting hit with the full charge up front. It's trickling out. So you basically have a chance to then list the cards immediately and sell them. So that's actually kind of nice. It does take a little long to get the cards in. That took a couple months. They did come in under their estimate. You can see down in the bottom right corner there, it says estimated due date May 10th. It says 6 remaining. Those are not actually remaining. I think I sent in a little under 150. But regardless, those were all in, I think, by the end of April. There might have been like 1 or 2 stragglers, but for the most part, all the cards got loaded in pretty much throughout the month of April. And I sent those in mid-January. Is when that submission went off. Few things I've learned. And I should note, I also have not done a lot of like buying and selling on COMC. I have bought some stuff. If you scroll down here, this is just my most recent purchases. These couple Gwen rainbow foils actually just picked up for my own personal PC. I'm going to send those in the grading here eventually through their online portal. But like I bought these Garrett Wilson green mosaics a while back. I've already sold these. I bought them for about $5 or $8 and sold them for like $10 or $12. And what you see up here are my latest sales. Like I said, nothing crazy. These Tyler Heroes sold the other day because he was, back for the NBA Finals. Got a whopping 9 cents for this one. One of the things that I had learned, probably the biggest lesson that I learned, and some people in the comments of the video when I submitted the cards was be careful sending in like really low end random base cards. And I got burned on some of that stuff. Like that Stephen Kwan update should have never been sent in. That was just a mistake of me learning the platform. I lost 40 cents on that card. It is what it is. I didn't want it. I could have sat there on it and see if it went up in value. It's a 50-cent base card, like whatever. The parallels, numbered stuff, autos definitely move way better than just random base cards. If I was sending in base cards, because I need to sort through it, but I'm getting ready to send another box of stuff to them. If I send base cards, it's going to be like base First Bowman Chrome, and it'll only be the top guys, like Drew Jones, for example. I would send Drew Jones base Chromes to COMC, in my opinion. I could be wrong on that, but stuff like that, I would still send. The lower end stuff, random stuff, not so much. Parallels, sure, but just random rookie base cards of super random guys. Made a mistake there. Lesson learned. That's what this was all about. Generally speaking, you see my account currently sits at $196. You could basically subtract 75 off of that because that's what I had in it to cover the upload of the cards. And then that is essentially the money that I have profited, in air quotes, off of the site so far. You can see the statistics on the right-hand side there with the number of sales, total sales, etc. And like I said, I have bought some stuff. I submitted some stuff for grading. So it's not like I don't have all the numbers laid out perfectly on this. But overall, my net goal has been achieved. I still have 43 cards in inventory. You could see the total asking price is $320. I'll be honest with you, most of that is one card. It's a Wolverine card that was not part of the submission. It was a card that I had bought, a gold Wolverine that was numbered out of 99 that I submitted to grading, and it got a 9.5 from CGC. So that is eating up a bulk of that. Most of my stuff is like 20 to 50 bucks worth of asking price. And then I have a few things listed not for sale because I sent in duplicates. Like I sent in a bunch of George Valera Sapphire bases. I have sold some of them. I still have quite a few left. I only like listing one or two at a time. I don't like to get too crazy on it. But that's by design. I don't want to have them all out there. If he gets super hot and end up, selling them all for way too cheap, I trickle them out. And I actually stagger some. I have like one at $3, one at $4, one at $5. That way, if something crazy happens, I will sell on the way up. So I have that set up like that for those cards. But generally speaking, mission accomplished. My goal here was to get rid of piles of cards that were laying around me of just random stuff, sub $5 stuff that I did not have the patience to sit and list on eBay. And I just figured, let me just send this stuff off to them and I'll check this every couple days and update prices or whatever I got to do. But generally speaking, I just want no fuss, no muss. I just want them to deal with everything. I'm fine setting the prices. That's it. And mission accomplished. I have moved through a decent number of those cards. I sent 150. You can see I have 43 in inventory. 3 of those are cards that were already there, plus 2 that I bought. The 2 Gwens that you see at the top of the screen and that Wolverine that I mentioned previously. So of the 150-ish cards that I sent in, there are 40 remaining from that submission, and I have more than doubled my money because I've also bought some stuff. Like I said, I spent 20 bucks on those Gwens and some other random stuff. So overall, can't complain because this was stuff that was, once again, these were just cards that were laying around taking up space that I didn't really have a plan for, and I just wanted them gone. And now what I have been doing since is, and I would recommend this for anyone, as I open boxes, as I open packs, as I, get cards in a deal or run across something from a box that I didn't even realize I still had, I make piles after I open whatever it was. And I go, okay, this needs to go to grading. This is something that I could sell raw for a decent value right off the get. And this is the COMC pile. Anything that falls in that $1 to even really upwards of $10 range, I just throw in the COMC pile. And like I said, I got to get another shipment that I want to send off. I want to get that in the works before the National because they'll probably get tons of submissions loaded up on them at the National. So I want to make sure that I get mine in the queue well before that. I just need to sit down and go through it. Hopefully you see that video within the next week or so of my next batch going off to them. But overall, I can't say anything bad about the experience. Yeah, there's a bunch of little like microtransaction fees on stuff, but it's really not that bad. You can see right here, I pay 9 cents a month in enhanced security fees for the inventory that I have. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. I've bought 20 things. I've sold 145 things. I did flip some other stuff. Some I did okay on. Like I bought some, I tried the whole quick flip star stock style and bought some D'Angelo Russells when he first got traded into the Lakers and tried to quick flip some of them for profit before the prices moved. Overall, I came out on top of that by a couple bucks, but I made profit on a couple of them. I think I bought 4, like 3 of them I sold for a profit and 1 I actually sold for a loss because it just didn't move fast enough. So I got a little too cute on that one, but I ended up coming out ahead. I think I put $30 into the whole thing and pulled out 40 or 45 from that transaction across 4 different cards, which is fine. It's a very different style than what a lot of us are used to with, like, you know, big, huge flips. You're definitely much more of a grind. But like I said, I don't really participate too much in the random buying and selling of stuff. I am, as of right now anyways, using this more as a platform to move off of cards that are in my physical life that I don't have the time or the patience to deal with. So from that perspective, it has checkmarked that box. 10 out of 10, would recommend. I wish they uploaded a little faster. That would be nice, because you got to kind of time things or keep that in mind of, hey, how much could this value shift between now and when it actually gets uploaded? And I will probably be a little bit pickier on what I send in. That's probably the biggest lesson that I learned. And that was the biggest critique that I got in the comment section of that video when I made it, was just like, you know, probably shouldn't be sending this. Hey, learn my lesson. So if you're thinking about trying it out, I would recommend it. Send them a small little submission, see what happens. But that's all I got for you, boys and girls. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.